Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. Hope you're doing okay. Thank you for subscribing and sharing and all that. Appreciate it very much. I'm going to swing this around and show you where I'm at least the buildings and the surroundings. I had reason to go back to about an hour north of Bayawan on the west side, and I'm staying at a resort here, and what you're about to see are the cottages. There's actually I believe 2 to each building. There's 2 in mine, and I'm way over yonder. Let me swing this around. I'm way over, in fact, around behind that one. So they have quite a bit of accommodation here, and nice breeze off the ocean here, and time for relaxing. Let me swing this around slowly. A wee bit of a sandbar right there. You want to do any sunbathing or just get out into the water. Again, this is the west side, and there's a few resorts along here, so you're not restricted to specific ones. Of course, some show on booking.com and Agoda. This one did not. This one happens to be Eden South. So I guess I gave away my location right there. But at any rate, there's quite a few of them along here. There's some with not so good ratings. This place has to rate pretty highly. The only thing I see missing is a douche in the bathroom, as in the spray at the toilet. I'm kind of surprised because you find them everywhere else. But other than that, the price, I'm paying $2,500 a night, a day, and of course that equates to approximately $50, a little less actually with the current exchange rate, probably 46-ish, somewhere in there. At any rate, very quiet. This resort extends to the fence line, as you can see over there, and the boats there, and of course you've got boats along this side, and beyond that wall over there is private property. So, or I don't know, maybe it's another, I don't think it's a resort, but it's okay. Nice breeze here, and this hut, or whatever you want to call it, and I'm just going to cool it for 2 or 3, 4 days. We'll see how it goes. But it's just really nice to get out here in the breeze and the shade, and good company at times, of course, complements that. But I won't elaborate for now. I'll just let you enjoy the scene while I maybe finish a video that got cut off here. One of my last videos on my way home from Bacolod. I came down this west coast here, and a good halfway to, maybe a little beyond halfway to Dumaguete. From this location, there was a couple of cars ahead of me at night, raining, and I saw them swerve, as I indicated before, and I backed off, but apparently both those vehicles caught some of the barricade in the middle of the road. You can't, there's no reflectors on these things. Even in the daytime, when I was coming up this way from the opposite end of that particular road construction site, I mean, there's no reflectors on the signs. You're on top of it before you know it. And you can't use high beam because there's so much traffic. And you got to go slow because there's bikes and trikes without lights and even vehicles without lights. It's super dangerous. At any rate, when I got to that opening in the road, it was dug out for the purposes of concreting. And so there was a narrow way on both sides for oncoming and, of course, going north as I was. And these two vehicles swerved, and they're about a good half-kilometer away. I backed off of them because they were moving, and I didn't really feel comfortable going that fast. Well, I think they wiped out some of the signs because when I got there, there was only one post sticking up on the corner of the right corner of that dugout. And when I saw it, I think I must have been going about 40 clicks, 40, 45. The steering wheel just went as far as it could go to the right, and I quickly straightened it out again. But my back end, whatever that object was, it caught the back of my light on the car and cracked it, just the plastic, that is. And I think I caught a little bit of the mirror. Perhaps not, with just the edge, because I see a tiny wee bit of damage, unless someone else did that, because I've never damaged that left mirror. It's just a tiny wee crack that nobody probably would notice. Just right at the tip of the plastic of the outside driver's mirror. Well, whatever the base was of that post that was left, it caught my tire and took a chunk out of the side. I mean, right by the rim and right down to the wall. And I didn't stop. I felt, it was raining hard. So when I got it straightened out, by that time I was getting close to these other two vehicles who had stopped on the side of the road, and they're checking their damage. They had wiped out the barricade there, except for that one post, and it didn't look good. And both of them, it was a pickup, and then a car behind him. And I didn't stop. It was raining. It was a miserable night. Of course, pitch black, and. So I moved on, and I checked the damage when I got home. I thought I'd wiped the whole side of the car out with that, whatever that was. But it was just, again, a slight crack on the very corner of the plastic of the rear light. And, of course, the tire. Well, I got a tire just across from the bus depot in Dumaguete is the best place. And maybe the only place. I was referred to it, and it was 50 pesos less 6,000. So, that's not bad considering that they mounted it and balanced it, and it was a tire out of Korea, which I have confidence in South Korea products. So all in all, we got that fixed. There was a little bit of a scrape on the wheel, so I mean, but it could have been a lot worse. But my point is, and I've stressed this already in that video, you cannot drive at night. I don't care who you are. I have a lot of, probably more experience than any of you, unless you've been driving long haul for 10 years plus. And it's an issue. Especially when you can't see these bikers and these trikes without reflectors or lights on the back. It's very dangerous, and I will not drive that at night again. Coming yesterday, unfortunately, hit some hit some dark before arrival, and well, I was past that construction and not far away, so that was doable. But still, it's still not a good idea, and you don't realize that until you do it for yourself. But it's super dangerous on a major highway. Around town you can get away with it because there's lots of lighting, but you get out in the middle of nowhere and there is no lighting, and like I say, you can't use high beam because you're blinding the oncoming traffic, so the low beam cuts it way down, and you are on top of whatever that is in front of you immediately, and it's dangerous. So I mean, in the dark, I was probably going about 35 clicks, which with kilometers per hour, because you can't see, and people walking side by side on your side of the road. I mean, it's ridiculous. At any rate, we're here, and it's I'm thankful that that I didn't have any issues last night, because it could get pretty miserable. So my suggestion, I strongly advise, don't drive at night if you can help it, because it's just not worth it. I've got a scraped wheel, and I coughed up 6,000, and I don't know if that little tiny crack on the outer edge of that plastic on the mirror, I don't know if I don't think I would have caught that first, because the whole side of the car would have been damaged. So that must have happened somewhere else. And you want to always tuck your mirrors in. I haven't been doing that. I am now. If you park somewhere, push your mirror in against the car, because somebody's going to catch it. That's all there is to it. Bikers, they get really close to, and they think they have it made. And at one point, when I just got the car, which was mid-May, no, actually just third week of May, a bike passed me. There was one on the right side, and we were going slow, and we're coming up to a intersection. He went by me slowly, but his rubber handlebar ran along right against my car until he was in front. And I thought, oh no, I got a whole length of scratch here. But thankfully, there was no scratch. But I mean, this stuff happens. And that's what you deal with here. So if you've got a really, really pretty car, and that's your baby, it's not gonna be. You have to change your tune on maybe you're the kind of person that's fortunate and never encounters issues as such in traffic, but I haven't been here about a year and a half, and this is the second occurrence now. The first one was when I was turning left into a parking lot with my little Suzuki truck, and the bike caught me on the side. Well, there's another 5,000. So just to appease the thing, because the cops indicated it would be a month before the cameras would reveal what happened, if the cameras even caught it. And that's doubtful, because the cameras were on the opposite side of the vehicle, and the cameras probably wouldn't pick up my signal light, which the guy didn't see because he was probably alongside my truck already, because when I looked the second time, he was right there, and I had just started to turn. I was still in my lane when he caught me in the front side. So things happen here like you wouldn't anticipate ever in where we come from. So I guess just a extra caution there needs to be considered, and I think that pretty much finishes off my little video here. There's really no action otherwise in this place. I went to get I went to get a 5 liter of water, and you just don't anticipate it. First of all, the 7-Eleven is closed down. There's nothing in there. And across the street there's this little, if you want to call it a store, a little bit of everything, you know. So I asked for a bigger bottle. I saw some small bottles in the refrigerator. And do you have something bigger? She said, sure. Here's a 5 liter. Here's 6 liter. Here's, you know, something else. I said, well, I think the 5 would be good. Well, you know, you don't anticipate that the seal has already been broken. So, so for 58 pesos, I paid for it and went home and put it in the sink to wash it off before I took the cap up. And I've noticed it just looked peculiar and not normal for a container as such, which supposedly was supposed to be new. Well, the seal was already broken. And you know, this is what you get. You don't, from now on, obviously I'm going to look carefully there, but you don't anticipate that. You don't see that in Dumaguete. But here's this little place, and a little piddly, I don't know, I guess you call it a grocery store of sorts. So I've got a gallon of water I'm not going to use because that's probably from a tap, and they're just reselling the same container. And I looked really closely on the handle, and there's some dirt in, you know. I thought maybe it was just dust at the store, because she took a little whisk and started whisking the dust off. So this is what you get in a little place. And I just say, keep your eyes open, that's all. Anyway, 58 pesos isn't going to break me. I suppose that's about $1, equates to about $1. And I'm just on my way back to find another source if I can. I'll go back to the same one and ask, listen, I'll show them the bottle. Of course, they'll know, but they won't admit. So if they have anything secure, I will buy it, because right here, there's no water available at this resort. What I may do is show you inside. It's not fancy at all. It's new, but it's very, very basic. I mean, but it's adequate. So what do you expect for 50 bucks? Plus, you know, if you want to sit here in the shade in the sand, or in the sun, whatever, or get out in the water, there you've got it. Apart from a little noise from these boats over here. Oh, there's people here too now. Right there. I think he was sleeping. He's awakened now. So, but apart from those people, there's little noise coming from them, but not much. But until next time, I thank you for watching, and I hope this video doesn't get cut off like the last one. We'll give it a good try. All right, thanks you, and you guys take care. Bye now.